Hi, Neil Hansen here from FitnessWorks. Today I was just working with a client who has some hip problems and some sciatic problems, and we're using the muscle activation techniques process to help her recover. And this was her third session, and we're doing great, working on mechanics all the way from her hips down to her feet, and getting to the feet today really made a huge difference. But we're not out of the woods just yet. And I can only take her as far as she's willing to allow herself to go. Which brings me to an interesting conversation that we had today. And at the point we were leaving, I gave her some exercises that she could do to reinforce some of the mechanics that were limited in her that we changed today that largely contributed to some of the progression that we had today. One of the questions that came up was her emotional feeling towards her injury and the thing that she was experiencing. And she said she was really angry, the fact that her body was that way. So the question that preceded that was, how do you currently feel about where you are? And of course that led to her saying that she was angry. So I then asked, what are the other areas in her life where she might have anger? I followed that question up saying, before you answer that, where else in your life do you have anger that feels the same way? Meaning, what are you experiencing in this limitation, or how does this limit you in life? And she says it doesn't allow her to do things in life the way that she would like to. So I asked her, I said, where else in your life do you experience this exact same emotion with that same limitation? Meaning that this emotion might be carryover into your body. So sometimes we don't pay attention to the emotion that we're experiencing. Things will show up and we don't deal with it there. Meaning the emotion is an indicator that you're thinking something that's incongruent with your own self, or something that you want or desire. And if you don't pay attention to it, meaning it felt bad to get your attention, but if you ignored it, kind of like living on a busy street, you don't hear the traffic anymore, and you don't pay attention to it, eventually it'll show up someplace else. And sometimes it'll show up and manifest in our physical body, trying to get your attention. So it's not to say that's always the case, but it's just something to consider. So I gave her homework to look into other areas in her life where she feels angry and limited. She already had some ideas, and I gave her some tips and things on how to change that. But I also encourage you to think about that in the same way regarding your body, in regards to body weight. How do you feel about your current body? Now, in my coaching, I always challenge the way that what you're making your body mean or say about you, that it has you feeling that way. But sometimes the way that your body is a reflection of how you feel about something else in your life. And it's just projecting to your body, a place where it can get your attention. Meaning you stop listening to the indicator, just like if you stop listening to the indicator of your engine light going on, you're going to get a bigger indicator someplace else, like smoke coming out of your engine. In this case, you stopped listening to the emotional indicator, and it showed up in a place that you have no choice but to pay attention. The question is, are you asking the right questions? And are you using that as an indicator of something else? Something that's helpful to get to the real root of why you have the physical experience, whether that's pain or body fat or an illness. Sometimes the way we feel about the illness, pain, or body fat is just symbolism for something else in our life. So that's it for now. Good luck.